But yeah, we'll continue this series now. So welcome to anyone joining or watching on the VODs. This will have been edited down just to the Dyson Sphere Program bit, which will be shorter because I've been doing a run through of the Factorio expansion news, which I'm very excited for and about. Why is that not showing that properly? Oh, because I've not hit that button. There we go. No? Why is that not? Live technical issues, everybody. There we go. Yeah, brilliant. Right, so we'll continue this, I think. So basically, last time, I made the decisions about what I'm going to do longer term for this series. I say longer term. I hope there's not going to be too many more episodes, I think. I think we're kind of cracking on really quickly. But I wanted to go fairly big scale. And what I've done, I've identified the closest systems that I want to use to make science. So basically, there you go. So that star there, I want to make red science. This one here, blue science. Green science, I'll come back to that one. Yellow science and purple science, and then this one I'm going to use as like raw materials because, you know, we're going to need to build the Dyson Sphere, and maybe another Dyson Sphere as well. I don't know. Maybe another shell on this one. But the basic idea is that each of these planetary systems are going to be dedicated to the making of the science. Now, there is a mismatch then between what's in those systems and what they need to make those sciences. So, for example, blue science just requires iron and copper. So everything else in that system will then become available for the rest of it. One of the things I'm quite keen to test out, essentially, is how smart the system is. So if I set this up so that, for example, this one has got... that's a bad example. Well, no, it's got titanium ore in it. You don't need titanium ore to make blue science. How smart is it in terms of, you know, this system also has titanium ore in it, and you know this system has titanium ore in it. So how smart, if purple science, you know, requires a lot of titanium, is it going to fly all the way over from here, or is it all going to stay local? And how smart is the system? Because at the moment you have no control on what it does where. And you can see things flying about already. And I've set up only like the exotic ores. And they will be bringing those in because I've set a request on this planet and it's the only place they're available. But, you know, to what extent is it going to pull in things? You know, so for example, if we need iron ore here, is it going to pull it all the way from here over to here? Or is it going to be a bit more sensible about it? Which I think it will. It shouldn't be. I mean, it shouldn't be stupid. But also, how heavy is that a demand on the system? Because if I'm ever to play, I don't know how practical it ascends. How to put it? It's a bit like in Factorio, where you've got this gigantic amount of space and ore patches with enormous amounts of resources in them, but you can't really use them and exploit them without the game completely chugging. So the question, in a sense, is how practical, because this, I mean, look at the number of star systems we've got here. If we were to exploit every single one of those, my assumption, I guess, is that the entire game would just like run at 2 FPS. But is it, you know, is it cleverer and smarter and better than that? Is kind of one of the things I'm wondering, because if we're ever to do proper mega bases in this, you're going to need to be exploiting basically your entire star map. And that's a lot of stars, a lot of planets, a lot of materials. Is that practical? And I say, this is my sort of small scale test of that. And I know people have done this, I'm sure, already. But, you know, can you dedicate, you know, can I have like 5 systems doing red science and 5 doing blue and what have you, and it work and be playable? That's sort of what I'm wondering, and this is like a small scale initial test. I mean, it's obviously an unfair test really at this stage because it's still in early access, and I'm sure they'll optimize the heck out of it. But right, so where I was, I didn't even do any tidying up, did I? Unfortunately, I basically haven't played this since last Monday. I had intended to, and then I didn't. Basically, there's no better reason for it than that, to be honest with you. So, okay. Right. I have, however, pretty much decided which car I'm going to buy. Oh, dear. Well, fingers crossed. It's proven quite difficult to really... Because what I really need to set up, I guess, is like a power transfer system. And I guess the question there is that practical to do across... Because I'm not sure I want this entire stream to be me putting solar panels and turbines on planets. But we could do something a bit more... What the heck are you there for? Oh, okay. Okay. We'll do something a bit more interesting in terms of maybe setting up a power thing and set that up for the blue science. Yeah, okay. Maybe that's worth doing. Because the idea, I mean, ultimately, what I should be using is the suns, the miniature sun ones, but I haven't done that technology, so I couldn't even use them even if I wanted to. Okay, let's do that then. So, what I'm going to need to do... Where is the one that's got all of the... Because we're going to need a... No, let's leave that for the moment. Right, in order to do a power transfer system, what I need to do, basically, is I need to have a bunch of these. I've got one already, but... One? Might be two. But we need quite a few, so I need a bit more... alloy. Where is the... No. Maybe I haven't got any. No. Looking for the titanium alloy. Don't appear to be using any over here though. Okay. I know I've got some... in this system. Somewhere. There we go. So let's grab a load of that. What else are we going to need? Because we're going to need... Probably... I don't know, maybe... 6 on each end, maybe? Or maybe... I don't know, we'll have to experiment. We need regular steel as well. Have you got regular steel? You have. Some of that. Yeah, a bit more of that. Okay. Because we're going to be sending them to multiple planets. Oh, and they've run out of processors. You've got them as well. Lovely. We're going to need to charge up a lot of them. Because basically what I'm talking about is you can use these accumulators and you charge them up on a planet, and then you fly the charged accumulators to another planet and discharge them. So it's a bit like the accumulators in Factorio, you know, those battery packs basically. Taking them and instead of, you know, using them as a backup power or nighttime power, you literally pick them up, they carry their charge with them, and you send them somewhere else and discharge them there. And it's good because, or it's, you know, it's viable because they hold so much charge and discharge so quickly. So 270 megajoules is quite a lot of energy, and they can output 900 kilowatts a second basically. So a watt is a second basically. But, so it's basically one, you know, it's 1 megawatt. And this planet, this whole planet is only on 440 megawatts, so it's a lot. But then we've got an unbelievable amount of stuff on here. And so we're launching Dyson, you know, thing. In fact, let's have a look at that. This game is so pretty. So good looking. What was I doing? Got distracted by the prettiness again. So we need more, basically. Where are they now? So we certainly need... So I think we probably need 6 at this end. I say, because I'm going to be sending them to multiple planets. So that may not be enough. But we'll give it a go. And I think maybe 2 to starters on the thing. Because I'm thinking about it more as a booster system. Because I will put, you know... wind turbines and solar on those planets, but that's a bit tedious to do on stream, and it's what I should have done during the week, but I couldn't be bothered. Well, I could have been. I was playing Anno 1800, to be honest with you. So I've started playing that again. Right, so where are these batteries that I'm already making? Because I'm already making a load of accumulators. It's just that I'm using them, because you need to use accumulators to make the things that harvest gases from the gas giants, basically. So I don't even remember what it calls them. Orbital collectors, obviously. Pick an obvious name. But basically, you need to put 20 of those in each orbital collector, the charged ones. So they start discharged, obviously. You then stick them into one of these and set it to charge. And it takes them in and charges them, basically. And then it's got a separate animation, which is the discharge, basically. Which is then it pulls the power out of the accumulators. Right. And as I say, they're going in there. But they're not going into any kind of orbital thing. So basically, we've got the empty ones here. And what we need to do, not that we've got space for it, but what we need to do is basically take... What do we need to do? So we've got empty ones here already. Where are those being made? I don't know where those are being made. Because this is requesting them in, isn't it? Where the heck is it requesting them from? So somewhere on this planet, somebody, unless I've just given it up as a, you know, I've got enough orbital collectors, but somewhere, somebody is making batteries, basically. And I do not have a clue where that is. There's a distinct possibility it's not even on this planet. It'll be a small build, I would expect. We could do a little cheat where I just request more up, and then we'll find, like, you know, I'm not making them here, am I? Is this where I'm making them? What I should really do, to be totally honest, what I should really do... Oh, here they are. Okay. So what we can do, we can boost this up so that there's loads of them. But what we essentially want to do, I think we'll do it somewhere else. I don't think we'll tack it onto this. That was my original idea, but this is a bit too messy of an area, I think. Yeah, what I might do is use these and just fly the charge batteries into this. Okay, where can we put the charger then? We've got a bit of space here. That might be okay. They're quite big then. I mean, we've got a load of space freed up by not having the science anymore. But it's still covered in loads of belts, you see. What about here? Because this is all going eventually. Yeah, okay, so we'll put it there. lost track of where there was. Must have been over here. Here we go. Right, so. Should I use the low? No. The tricky part of this is it'll just keep churning out empty batteries. We ideally want some sort of system. Because basically we're going to have... where are they? Where are they? Counts as buildings, doesn't it? There we go. Empty ones and charged ones. And of course we want some warpers too. And then we want... oh, we don't need that many. Just put 50 in. So basically, we want to request them. Let's make it say 500. And we don't want more than, say, 500 in there. I mean, it's a lot, but, you know, it's not as much as it sounds. And what we're doing with those is we are supplying them, and these we're demanding. I won't do that yet. Because we don't want it to just keep infinitely making empty accumulators. We want it to fly them back, basically. So these are actually a... oops. Remote demand as well. The trouble is I don't know what priority it puts on local versus regional. Because we kind of want to force it to send them back. How difficult are they to make? Iron, blue things and purple, green crystals. I think I'll sort that out later, but there's a real risk that we'll end up just like filling this up. And at the other, because we need a chain, basically. We need a cycle. We need old ones, empty ones coming back, and new ones going out. And ideally, we want to just keep charging them. So what I'm actually wondering is that we set this to local demand and get it filled up, but then we flip it to local storage. And then it's only got remote demand, so it has to pull the other ones back. Yeah, I think that makes sense. Okay, so we don't need any of these to... Now what we can do as well is proliferate them, because as I understand it, you get more charge out of them. As a material, if the item is sprayed with proliferator, it will speed up the production. Okay. As material, if the material is sprayed with proliferator, speed up the production. So what do these boys do? So do these have any effect? So I guess there maybe? And then I should have put that on the center. I've missed. And then there. So if you're set to charge, it doesn't say anything about proliferators. So is it worth proliferating these? I'm not sure it is, to be honest with you, but we'll see what happens, basically. A couple hundred of them. Yeah, so what's going to happen is... I think we'll have, like... Oops. I managed to put them... If I put that there, will you actually feed in properly? Yes. So we can move this one closer, can't we? Put it there. Because we need empty ones going out. Sorry, full ones going out, rather. Oh, it's quite a curvy bit of the planet, so we're going to have to put a bit more space between them. I was going to put 6, I think, wasn't I? Because I'm a bit worried that... I'm going to have a lot of planets to feed. And I say I should really be using the artificial suns, but yeah. We'd have to research them first. Oops. Why is that? What? Oh. Don't connect to that. Connect to that. Right, so I'm not going to actually attach this into... Why are you doing that? In there. There we go. And we'll get the proliferator moving. Happening, rather. So we'll put this in here. So if I proliferate... Because we want... Oh. What we want, basically, is the output to be proliferated as well. Or we think we want that. We're not sure. Because then I don't have to bother proliferating it on the other end. I think. I'm not sure. Oh, you've gone in the middle. That's not symmetrical now. Right, there. Okay. We want you. Other way around, please. There. And then we take that out of there. In fact, let's turn that to request now. Get some of that coming in. And then we can go a little bit along. Upper level. Wait, what are you doing? Upper level. And through. Everything needs power, doesn't it? Hang on. Actually, that's interesting. Do they take the stuff in? Oh, right, they fill up even if they're not got power. Interesting. Right, so if we put... let's use these. Oops, misclicked. Like that. Does that make sense? So then... Oh, I didn't connect it, did I? So, out of here, we've got the empty ones. Let's let them do a cycle. Oh, I didn't request them. Local demand. So we'll let them run through, and then when we get the first ones in, we'll flip this to local storage. And then hopefully... Got 280 there. I'm wondering... Because say it's like a closed loop system, basically, is what I'm going for. So I don't know that we need it to produce millions and millions in this thrown together one here, wherever the heck it is again. There we go. Still not making any tier 3 assemblers. Oh, sounds like charges happening. Yeah. Charge one's coming out. They look really weird, these, because it shows like a picture of them on them, and it seems bizarre. Right, so how many have we got? 12 now. And they are proliferated. So 300% generation speed. Wow. So what does a proliferated... Is that quicker? I don't know. How can I tell that? Product speed at one item 100%. So does this have a... I don't know whether that's really benefiting us. Difficult to tell. Yeah, so we got some coming in, so we'll flip this to... Oh. Ah. Have we got so few of them? Okay. We're going to have to just leave it going then, I guess. I thought there were more than that, but I only set that to 100, didn't I? So no wonder. No wonder there aren't that many. Where are you? Here you go. Oh, it's 400 even. So if we put that up, say, 1,000. Why would we need 1,000? We wouldn't need 1,000. Yeah, okay. So now at the reverse end, we can put some of these down, doing the opposite job, basically, and requesting up these and discharging them, basically. Okay, right. Now, am I going to bother sorting out my inventory and stuff, or are we just going to head over there? We probably want a few more like proliferators and stuff, because I'm anticipating the blue science will be done with proliferation, you know, and it'll, because I don't know that like proliferating raw ore is particularly valuable, particularly given I'm using the level 3. But I just want to check. Okay. Okay. It would be useful to have these materials available. It's not vital I can do that. I should have played this. Right, so those wouldn't be available because there's no warpers, but I'm not going to put them on this planet. That's got warpers, so that's okay. That one's irrelevant. That one's got warpers, so that's okay. That one's irrelevant. That's got warpers. That's got warpers. That one's irrelevant. That one's got warpers. Oh, that's a different thing altogether. Okay, so we can order up like production stuff wherever we go, hopefully. So I think we'll just head off, basically. Maybe I should have a couple more of them. In fact, there's probably going to be multiple planets, so even if... Oops. Even if... Oops. Right, so we would need more of that. Okay. Yeah, even if, you know, I only have 2 per planet. Two doesn't sound like it's going to be enough. Even if... So probably need a bit more of that. Bit more of that. What else is it likely to ask for? So some of them. So we run out of processors and pink boys. Have we got any of them knocking about? Yes. And processors. There's so much junk in the inventory. How many more? Just one more, because then we run out more of that stuff. Okay. Why is it not bringing any more of that in? I set up a whole production thing for that. Why are you not bringing... Oh, that's what I need. Miners. And I'll have to hand make them because I'm not automatically making them. Where did I put that? It was in a big row with everything else. I've not put any... Oh. Huh. Wow, no wonder it's not making anything. I've not put a single inserter on it. Yeah, by rights, what I should do, really, I think, because I've made such a mess of this planet, is basically flatten the whole planet. You know, pick everything up and, like, sort it out properly. We could reuse, you know, a lot of the designs. I could blueprint them for, you know, for there. Okay. Is it this way? Because I'm happy with some of the designs. It's just I've not put a single inserter on this. Wow. Okay, let's do that then. Wow. Right, so they're quite slow, aren't they? Will we get away with these? Oops. Like that. And if I put you in on that one and that one, will you let me rotate? No, of course you won't. So if we do that one, and that one, and that one. Okay. Are you working? Ish. We'll have to boost up some of the inserters. Just always try and, I think. No, we're running okay. Try and get away with level 1s if I can, because the lower power and all that sort of stuff. Yeah, it looks like that can insert, but the belts are too low. For sure. Can we get away with level 2? Yeah. Yeah, okay. So these need to be level 2. Then can't believe we didn't put the inserters on at all. Oh, come on, why are you not? What have I done? I must have rotated it when I... Oops! I put it on. Right, now we've got some titanium alloy. Or we will have. Right. Is that coming out? That's not coming out quick enough, is it? So that needs to go up a level. Because I'm splitting it. Splitter. Are you working okay? Weird how this one seems to be... I guess it's filling up, isn't it? As I say, it seems to be moving quicker, but of course it would do because it's filling up. Right, so, yes. Have you got more titanium metal for me? My sort of apologies that this stream's a bit all over the place. So I really wanted to get my thoughts on record, as it were, over the exciting new news for Factorio. What was I going to make? I was going to make 8, wasn't I? So that should give us 8. Okay. We also want more of that so that we can make a bunch of... But yeah, I should have played this during the week, but I didn't, basically. See, I've sort of gotten a bit obsessed with... Oh, that's way too much. Oh no, it's full. Okay, we'll carry that then. With Anno 1800, because I can't do what I usually do and wait for it to be a completely finished game, because they've just announced another season pass. So I can't just keep putting it off. I love the game too much to just wait another 18 months or something. So I'm just going to play this version through. And if none of it works for on a existing map, then I want even more of that. And I'll just cross that bridge when I come to it. But I've never actually finished it, technically. I've not got to the end game. Because every time I thought, right, I'll play it now, they're not going to do any more. They did some more. So I stopped and restarted. Once all of that was released, And then they kept doing it. I've lost the orbital collectors again. There we go. So we want that. Like that. So we can make even more of these. Out of it again. And it's not been making any. How many more can we make? 2 more. How many does that give me? The problem is a lot of this raw stuff is not available in the logistics system, so I can't order it up. It should be, but as I say, that's why I want to rip this planet up and start again. So we've got 18 of them, so that'll do us, I don't think. We've only got half an hour left on the stream. And I haven't done anything I said I was going to do. Oh dear. I bet I've not even got enough. Oh, I got loads, okay. Right, so we want to head to blue science. Yeah. Blue's first, isn't it? Yeah. And we can sort of test the principle, because my idea, basically, is to do the entire planet, like flatten it, basically, particularly for this science. The sciences that need... So this is just iron and steel, basically. Iron and copper in the form. Iron, slight complication in the form of both magnets and iron plate. So we're going to have to do them in quite large volumes. But we'll sort of back calculate what I want, because I want to be able to do a fairly big amount of science per minute. Woo! We're going the wrong way. Wait. Oh, we've passed it. That's why. No, wrong button. There we go. Tab, you see, and it wasn't pointing the right way. Right. So we got 2 planets, or no, we got a gas giant. Okay. First off, we need to decide where we're actually doing the blue science build. But yeah, I want to do fairly big numbers, but not sort of mega basic. But say because I want to sort of test how it works, even on a small scale. Because you see, I mean that's 4,000 anyway, and each one takes 15 seconds. So we want to be making like 15 a second, is what I'm thinking. Which each one requires 1, so we need to be making 15 blue a second. I've no idea whether that's a massively impractical number or not. But we sort of want to give it a go. Or I want to give it a go anyway. And each one takes 3 seconds. So if we're making... I say we're going to get 3 ones from the... No, I've missed. Yeah. Missed. No. Missed again. Okay, I might have to... I have to slow down, aren't I? Basically looping around and around the planet. Ah, dear. No, don't go into orbit. Land. Right, so we're finally here. This is the other reason I want to set this up, because we've got no wind on this rock, basically. It's almost like a moon. Oh, I've already put some... Oh, of course I did, because I was setting up... getting enough power for the kimberlite ore. Oh, look, something flying over there. Okay. But yeah, idea is basically we need to essentially use this planet. It's not got very much useful resources on it for... Because we've got 2 options. We can build here, or we can build on the Icefield Jellisol. Wait, is this system even relevant for doing this? Is this a bad system? Because we've only got 174,000 copper and 1.5 million copper. Has the whole plan revealed itself to be a nonsense? How did that... Yeah, we've only got 1.6 million copper. That's rubbish. I wish it told you how much there was. Once you'd visited it, I wish it said, this is how... I know why it doesn't, because it'd have to track it dynamically. I mean, it must be doing that anyway, surely. But I wish once you'd been there... I mean, I get it for, you know, ones you've not been to. But I wish it told you you've now got, you know, 1.2 million copper and stuff. Because I've no idea. Is the Dyson Sphere planet better? Or is it worse? And we've no way of knowing without going there. Because I have a feeling this system is basically rubbish. For what I want to use it for. Bugger. And we've got this one here. But that's got no silicon and no titanium. In fact, would that'd be better for blue then, wouldn't it? Because we don't need silicon and titanium. And that hopefully means there's more space. It's got oil and organic crystals, so we can fly them out, and hydrogen deuterium. Okay, we'll go there then, and we'll see if that's better. I don't know what we'll use this for then. More Dyson stuff? Okay, let's go there. I bet it's got... You know, I don't bet that. I won't be surprised if it has less iron and copper than that has. Oh, hello. White dwarf system. Okay. And thank you. Hello, Fabius. Welcome to the stream. And thanks for the tip. White dwarf system, you reckon? Do you know what they are in terms of... I don't offhand know the types, as it were. Does it tell if it's a white dwarf? Does it tell you? I could look it up, I guess. Google it, because it just says the type. You know, the B type. It will say white dwarf. Okay. So B type, B type. I can just hover over them, can't I? B type, O type, B type, B type. I assume it's going to be one of the... Oh, that's a blue giant. Okay. B type, B type, B type, B type. No. Are you... I never actually know it. Are you guaranteed to have every type of... A type, blue giant. Okay, unless I'm being very dumb or just incompetent, which is a very real possibility. I can't see. Oh, did you say white dwarf? Ah, there we go. There's a white dwarf. Is that literally the only one? Because that's about as far away as we could possibly get. B type, B type. Oh no, there's another one. There we go. He says, but that's about as far away as that one. B type. On a 6-4 star map, you should have 2 of them. Okay, so that's my 2 there. So that one. And that one. Both of which are absolutely miles away. Let's get this one that's nearby and we'll see what's on there. Which one was I going to? There we go. I haven't done too many of the upgrades for the warp speed, so it could well take us several goes to get there, and warp distance. So we would probably run out of fuel before we got there, and then we'd have to sit here for 5 minutes waiting. So are they, I mean, are those, what you're talking about with the white dwarf, those are sort of, as it were, oh, no, that was green science, sorry. No, wait a minute. What the heck is, oh, there we go. Am I in orbit around that? Yeah, those are sort of systemically generated, I guess. So it always, as you say, has a particular profile. Oh wow, there's literally, okay. There's a gas giant with hydrogen and deuterium, and oh, okay. No, that's not very good either, is it? Oh, it's better. Because obviously I know the thing that the black hole and neutron star have the only unipolar magnets on them, or whatever they're called, whatchamacallits. Let's go and have a look at it properly then. We'll look for systems that have the planet types of volcanic ash, or lava planets have high iron, copper, and titanium. Ash planets have sulfuric acid oceans too. Okay. I found a sulfuric acid planet that's somewhere kicking about. This is another one of these offensively pink planets. I suppose to some extent, because I'm not sure how big I want to go. But I'm not sure this isn't... I mean, that's less iron ore than in my starting system, I think. I mean, what I could do... I'd say part of this is I want to test out how sort of clever, in a sense, the logistic system is. So we could use that. Do you see what I mean? Why does it not list... the amount of stuff in it? They must be able to do that. Anyway, we know that that was a pathetic amount of, well, everything, really, won't we? So I could basically just stick a load of miners on it, and then this is quite close, and hopefully it's logistically sound enough that it pulls all of that material across, rather than flying it halfway across the galaxy. So effectively we have two systems for blue science. Just because when I was deciding... I mean, what I should have done is like written it down, I guess, or maybe if I added it into the name. So this is one of the things I would... I hope they'll improve, is like the, how to put it, the statistics and information. I mean, I don't mind, I mean, things like you were saying, like you say the white dwarf tends to have more iron and copper. If that's hidden in the game and it doesn't explicitly say that, I think that's fine. But things like this, where it's like, it doesn't give, particularly, I hate the production stats. I just find them useless. Oops. It doesn't... A lot of this doesn't really help me manage the game. So yeah, I hope that gets a rework. I say things like this, where it should be telling you how much stuff there is there. Not from remotely necessarily, but once you've visited it, it should say, how many millions of ore you've got. Shouldn't be up to you to write it down on a bit of paper. Yeah, so I think we'll have Blue Science 1. We'll call that Blue Science 2 maybe. And this will be Blue Science 1. And I'll just get it well, I'll just put miners basically, and maybe a bit of smelting. I don't know, maybe I'm not sure what level to do it at, to be honest with you. And then we'll just effectively hope or what it should do, I say, is drag the material over from there, but we'll see if it does that. Right. Oh, it's on. I thought I'd already done that. I've already got Universe 4. There are, yeah. Able to view the vein reserves and rare veins details in all planetary systems. So does that mean I should be able to see it then? I mean, my understanding of what the two do is it's a distance limit. So this one is 6 light years, and then this is just uncapped basically. So the first one lets you only see, because what happens when you before you even do that one is it doesn't tell you anything. So it's literally just, you know, there's a system. It doesn't say anything. And then when you get that one, it tells you what's there, but within a 6 light year limit. And then this one, it's just, you know, the entire star cluster. It'll tell you what's on the planet, but it doesn't tell you how much. And I say I sort of get it in the sense that if you're mining every single, you know, planet on every single system, those numbers would be changing horrendously. But they must be in the code somewhere, because it's not going to be guessing the amount of iron ore that you've smelted and shipped across on a, you know, on a drone. It's going to be tracking those numbers. I mean, that's probably all it's tracking. It's probably not, you know, doing the simulation of the actual mining and smelting, you know, in real time sort of thing. But it must be tracking the amounts, because when you flew back to the system, it would have to make sense for what had happened. It couldn't have magicked a load of iron ore out of nowhere. Right, so what we could do, because only 20 minutes left, so what we could do, as I say, is we could set up the like reciprocal power system and make sure I haven't messed that up. Is one of these poles okay? So, because this planet is of, you know, because if this is doing blue science, I'm probably going to landfill the entire planet and just turn it into a ball of rock, basically. But that will take, you know, quite a while and quite a lot of resource. So I won't do that on stream. But then when am I going to do it? But yes, if we just find a place so I can test out whether this power transfer system works. Where would be useful to put it? So that's the North Pole, and that's the South Pole. Both got a bit of land nearby. Where would be a good place to put this? I think maybe in here. I could just landfill this bit to get us started. Yeah, that's basically what I said. Okay, I need to run out myself. Yeah, thanks for dropping by, and thanks for the tips. I've only played this through a few times, but well, played it through once, so this is my second time, so it's quite a lot I don't know. So it's very much appreciated for little tips like that. Thank you very much. I hope your appointment goes well. Where was I going? I was going to... let's go on there. Yeah, okay. Let's slap this down. Nice big space. or reasonable size sort of space. Oh, I've run out. Okay, brilliant. Let's order some more up then. So what I'm thinking... Is that a nice place to put it? Not really, but... Maybe if I put it sort of there. Right. Okay, so let's order up some more landfill. I have so much junk in my inventory. Right, demand. And then what we want to be doing is ordering up full ones, don't we? So we want to order up them. And then we... Oops. Don't want them. We want to put the used ones back. I guess... I would quite like to do the sort of proper, you know, North and South Pole hubs of interplanetaries. So I'm not sure this is a great place to have put this. No. I can always just blueprint it and re-stamp it down somewhere else. Right, so we want charged ones coming out. Now, in theory, they should be proliferated. We'll have to see then. Because I don't think my other place I'm putting them in... I don't think I've put them in the actual thing, so... about there maybe. No, got that in the wrong place. What? Oh. You're just being weird, are you? Right. But I can't even make any of them. Right. Let's at least get... Oh. No. Get some of these going. Come on. Come on. No. Come on. No. Go. So it's the chargement coming out. These need to be on discharge. They remind me of something and I don't know what it is. Don't know what they look like. Oh, I've got a crosser. Yeah. Oh well. Do you know what? Actually, I do know what it is. It's not very pleasant. Okay. Now, we need to charge this, I think, in order for it to start working. Oh, no, we don't. It's already brought them in. Okay. So we'll grab some of this landfill. No, we don't. We wouldn't. Why would we need to charge it? So if we bring in, say, 100, cap that at 100, and we want to local storage, remote demand. That just wants to be storage. Remote supply is fine. We should also bring some warpers in then. For this end, we can stick some of these on. And don't need... Do I even need bots in here? Don't think I do. Not for the moment. What we can do is get this charged. Put one of them on there. So in theory, when we eventually get some of them, charge power 60 megawatts. That's a lot. So I've clearly messed this up somewhere, haven't I? Because it's not bringing any. Why is it not bringing any? Remote demand. Unless we literally haven't made 100 of them. Maybe if I pop that down, will that help? No. I can't believe we wouldn't have made 100. So I've clearly messed that up somehow. That needs to be on the right demand though. Because they're bringing in. So that's all still functional. It's just these aren't. Okay, let's head back home then and find out what the heck I've done wrong. It's going to be one of those streams, isn't it? Where not used to the whole doing one thing and then flipping to something else. Where's home? Super now can do it. Skill I should learn how to do though, I suppose, because it's always useful to be able to. Oh, you weren't taking batteries in, were you? No, space warpers. Okay. Right. Zapper. The Factorio bit went okay there. This total chaos is more a reflection that I've just not touched this game since last Monday. I wasn't, yeah, since last Monday. Dyson Sphere is going okay there. There's that, we got that going for us. Yeah, as I say, I was more in the mood to play Anno this week. Where are we going? We're going over there. Now, why have you not been charging batteries for me? Oh, cracky. Oh, I've done it again. Hang on, hang on. I have played this game before. I assure you. Throwing water over myself. Maybe not very well, but I have. Right. Now, where is this? I'm right next to it. Okay. Why are you not sending? Okay. Oh, it's not going to warp. Why is it not going to warp? Oh. It's always the simple things, isn't it? Always the simple things. It's not going to send any because it doesn't have any warpers. I bet the other ones are coming to get them. Maybe. We could probably put that. It's got 500 now, and all the belts. Oh no, they're not full. Okay, so we'll leave that for a bit then. There we go. Stuff happened. Stuff happened. Happening of stuff. Let's go on back to the other end then. If we have got the juice. Here we go. Hang on. Let's go and have a look at our Dyson Sphere. How far are we through? So almost done all the frame ones. But quite a lot to go on the solar sails, and that's without... I've not even instructed them to fill out half of it, so... There's plenty for them to keep going at. 1.3 gigawatts we're producing already. Crikey. Right, so... Have we charged up a bit? We have. So we want to go to that, which I did not. I thought I had, but I clearly did not rename. Silence. Oh. Okay. Oh. That. Okay. Yeah, so this will be back on Monday. I'll stream this again on Monday. Hopefully, in the meantime, I will get some of the basic stuff done. By which I mean I'll put solar panels on these planets and, you know, a bit of wind as well, just so that we're not totally reliant on just a small handful of batteries. Do a bit of the old landfilling. I'm going to run out of juice. Are we going to get there? We're not far off. I say hopefully I'll get that done. I can't entirely guarantee it. I'm in the process of buying a new car. So I'm guessing there will be quite a lot of forms to fill out, etc. Right, there we go. And these are doing the discharge. Now, what I was particularly curious on is how quickly they sort of run through it. It's not bonkers, is it? It's not like they're absolutely eating through it and this is not charging at all. 28 point... max charge power 60. Consumption demand... What's the max, isn't it? 45 megawatts is the max. And it's currently doing 13.2. So each one of these at the moment could support 3 of the interstellars charging continuously. Okay. So we probably do want a couple more. We should have a load of landfill. I say, this planet is almost you end up just a wall of concrete, basically. David Attenborough would not be pleased. Oh, I picked up. There. Like that. I'd copy and paste it, but it doesn't like you doing that with when they've got belts in. What? Oh, this is painful. Why are you not? There you go. No. No. Splitter. No! Right, I am going to chop that off there, because then I probably can copy and paste it. Let's put these back. Right. So it appears to be working. I think. Obviously we're slightly weirdly constrained by this whole interesting way it interprets minimum loads. But yeah, it's functional, I think. So nominally I can do that same one on all the planets just to get us a bit of power boost. You know, using our, we've got a Dyson Sphere sat there basically doing nothing with 1.odd gigawatts, 1.21 gigawatts available for, power. And it's not doing much of anything really now. It's about 4 times what we need on that planet, basically. So more than that, probably about 6 times. So let's ship some of it around, since we can't make artificial suns. What these reminded me of, which was unpleasant, is basically there are types of bombs that have, particularly smart bombs. They have these fins on them, and they act as drag mechanisms to basically for like targeted, smart weapons. Basically, they have those flower petals, basically, or another one is baton rounds. So when the police use baton rounds, which are basically fired out of a shotgun, they open up, spread like a petal, so that they hit the person rather than, penetrating into them, as it were. So yeah, not necessarily the most pleasant things, but what they remind me of. Right, yes. So we might as well call it there, really. I mean, I say what I'll do with this planet, hopefully, is essentially put down a bit of solar. This one has wind, I believe. Yeah, so we've got 100% wind, 80% solar, so I'll get all that done. And maybe, if I got time, I'll plop in some of the things. Because what we essentially want to do, as I say, is we want to make 45 science a second, blue science a second, well, all science a second. The plan, or my plan, is... I already did this, didn't I? But my plan, basically, is we want to be chugging through them. They take 15 seconds each, and I want to do a good number of them per second. So I was thinking about, as I say, was I thinking about 3 a second? I can't remember now. Yeah, I think it was 3 a second I was thinking of. So we've got 3 times 15, because we also need to produce these things. These guys. I can't click on them. Oh, no, you're not. No. So they're antimatter things, basically. And they're quite power hungry, and we'll probably produce them on our home planet. So we can use them for these things, which are a better power system. But we'll probably produce them using the Dyson Sphere on the home planet. That's kind of what it's for. That's the whole reason for the game. The building the thing is to make them in order to make white cubes, because you have to feed them in along with the normal sciences. Oh no, you're not gonna. There you go. I say we want to aim. I think I want to try and aim for. No, the 45 came from the blue science being 3, didn't it? So if we go for one per second of those, then we need like 45 labs making blue science. So we need to build. And so we get free stuff from the proliferation, because we'll do proliferation on each of the planets as well. But we get then, so we need to make per second, we need 45 times 3, 45, 90, 135 magnets a second and 135 circuits a second. So we're talking big numbers, or I think they're big numbers, but people will have to tell. Or maybe I've just picked something that's impossible, but get even more bonkers when we into these. We'll need. So we're trying to make, because it's 1. Well, white science is 1, and you get 2, I guess. So every 12 seconds, we will need 1 of these, which takes 6 seconds. No, I've got that maths wrong on that. So I need 24 of those, per second. And they take 6 seconds each. So yeah, numbers are going to be certainly big for me from what I've done previously. Yeah, so if you've been watching, firstly my apologies. This was one of the most rambly, incoherent streams I think I've ever done. It's not normally quite so chaotic. as a reflection of the fact that I've had a lot of other stuff to do, not more live stuff. And is this still not charged? It's weird that they're still going if it's full. Oh, they're not. It's just showing the animation even though they're not doing anything. Okay. Yeah, and the fact that I didn't play this, and I should have done because there's none other prep work being done. And then, obviously, the Factorio Friday Facts came out, and I wanted to just run through that. I'll put that video up tomorrow. I will edit that this morning, tomorrow morning probably, and get that all together. As a chopped down version, sort of 30 minutes or so, something like that. If you wanted to catch up with that, but that'll be a separate thing to this. This will be effectively a short stream on the VODs. If you wanted to find any of those, then you can go to my YouTube channel, which is... I'll put my schedule up. The schedule is wrong because I'm not doing blueprints tomorrow. So tomorrow, Factorio stream will be the return of the Aesthetic series. Unfortunately, that's probably going to... No, actually, I am in a good position with that. I thought I hadn't done prep work for that, but I have, because we're going to basically try and plough through science as quickly as we can and get all of the new stuff from all of the mods that I've switched on over this next weekend, so that then I'm ready to start building these pretty looking, in quotes, factories that I keep going on about. And I've had instead to fight off all the biters. So if you did want to catch up on, say, on this Dyson Sphere Program series, it is on my YouTube channel. Oh, look, my microphone's in shot. That's good, isn't it? That's how professional I am, eh? Let's take that out of the way. Yes, so my YouTube channel is basically just Trismegistus as well. It is alias to Triggles, because I think that's easiest to say. I would hopefully be rebranding at some point to make it all consistent, but it is all a bit confusing. But I'm Trismegistus, and this, it's alias to Triggles, so you can find it searching YouTube on either of those. I also have a Twitter if you wanted to do that. I just do tweets when I'm about to go live, basically. And then, of course, the Twitch channel, which is Trismegistus as well. And you can follow me there to watch the live streams. So Factorio tomorrow, the Aesthetic series, and then this will be back on Monday. Hopefully, I will do a bit of prep work for Monday stream, and it won't be quite such an incoherent mess. God knows what will happen, but there you go. Right, so if you have been watching, thanks for doing so, and I hope you've enjoyed it, and you might consider come back for another one. I've been Trismegistus. This has been Dyson Sphere Program. Thanks for watching. Cheers.